Hello everyone. How are you? Hope all is well with you all and you and your families are doing okay. Well, Jamaica has been going through quite a bit this year. We have suffered so many losses and almost losses. And truth be told, it is affecting everyone. First, it is with great sadness I'm sharing with you that Jimmy Cliff, reggae legend and an iconic Jamaican figure in the music industry, in every sense of the word, he has passed on. Jimmy Cliff passed away over the weekend at 81 years old. His wife, Latifah Chambers, announced it on Instagram. She said, "It's with profound sadness that I share that my husband Jimmy Cliff has crossed over due to a seizure followed by pneumonia. I'm thankful for his family, friends, fellow artists, and co workers who have shared his journey with him. He is famously known for songs such as Many Rivers to Cross, yes, and the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Yeah, man, those songs, man, used to be on the airwaves non-stop. The same title was for a movie with the same soundtrack in 1972, which also starred Jimmy Cliff. The movie went on to be an international success and drew more people attracting to reggae music and its culture and the Jamaican people and how talented they are. I remember as a child, especially on Sundays, Jimmy Cliff records would be spinning on the stereo all day in most neighbors' home. It was a thing back then that hardcore reggae music would be playing back to back on Sunday, while the dinners being cooked in household was red rice and rooster. In other words, rice and peas and chicken done in various ways, with rice cooked down with coconut milk and red peas. Coconut that was grated and the trash squeezed to attract the milky taste to pour in the pot to combine the rice and the peas. And generally, the chicken is done in different ways, but from homes to homes, people will change up the meat kind. But it's like if you not cook rice and peas on Sunday, you're not hip with what is going on. It was like a trend, you know? And of course, you have nice vegetable sides of potato salad or natural juice. You know, it could be carrot juice or carrot juice and beetroot or soursop juice or June plum juice. Any natural fruits that can be combined in natural assorted ways. And that was Sundays back in the days in Jamaica when I was a child. Jamaican household. No, a lot has changed, but a lot of things still remain the same. Just took you on a journey back then. The point is, most households complement the Sunday with music of Jimmy Cliff and many more cultural songs, you know, with many iconic Jamaican that complemented the airwaves of the Sunday. And it is a great loss losing Jimmy Cliff at this time. Jimmy Cliff is one of those iconic artists that helped to put Jamaica on the map as a culture of talented musical artists and gifted people, and has been an inspiration for many artists who came after him. Jimmy Cliff was born in Jamaica in 1944 and had his first local hit at age 14 with Hurricane Hattie and won 2 Grammy Awards with several nominations. He is one of 2 Jamaicans to be inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, The next one is Bob Marley. Jimmy Cliff also worked as an A&R man, discovering new talent for Beverly Records back then, the same label that promoted ska, rocksteady, and eventually reggae music, and played a role in the discovery of Desmond Dekker and Bob Marley. He went on to do collaborations with some non-reggae artists, including the Rolling Stones and Paul Simon and his son, and gained major notoriety around legendary artists such as Bruce Springsteen and Willie Nelson, who have recorded their own versions of Jimmy Cliff's songs in 1999. Jimmy Cliff performed with Tracy Chapman, Lauryn Hill, and Eve doing an all-star tribute to the life of the legend Bob Marley. After a period of rest, he resurged in 2012 with a Grammy-winning album, Rebirth. So you can go get your Rebirth album. He said he had to come back and do this album as he felt he have not yet completed his purpose on the planet. Jimmy Cliff songs will live on throughout the generations. And even though he's gone, but he can never be forgotten as he is the one that was at the forefront of putting Jamaica reggae music out there to the world and on the charts. Condolences to his wife Latifah and their three children, their family and friends. Sleep in peace, legend Jimmy Cliff. Oh, what a legacy. Jamaica owes him so much. Over in Thailand, Gabrielle Henry, Miss Jamaica Universe, is still in intensive care as she will spend a minimum of 7 days as her doctor continue close monitoring and specialized care for her. During the preliminary evening gown rounds at Miss Universe, the pageant contestant, 28-year-old, was strutting down the stage during the competition in Thailand on November the 19th while wearing a sparkly orange dress and high heels when she missed a step and fell completely off the stage. In an update from the Miss Universe Jamaica organization released on her Instagram stories on Friday, November the 21st, it was explained that Henry's sister, Dr. Felicia Henry Samuels, is currently with Henry and their mother, Maureen Henry, in Thailand. According to Dr. Henry Samuels, Gabby isn't doing as well as we would have hoped, but the hospital continues to treat her accordingly because of her condition. Medical personnel have determined that Henry will be required to remain in the intensive care unit for a while. Doctors continue their close monitoring and specialized care on Gabrielle. The Miss Universe Jamaica organization asks for Jamaicans at home and across the diaspora to continue keeping Gabrielle in their prayers during this profoundly difficult time. They also encourage people worldwide to join in lifting her in love, strength, and hope. We respectfully ask the public and social media users to avoid sharing negative comments, misinformation, or speculation that may cause further distress to the family. Our primary focus remains on Gabrielle's recovery and the well-being of her loved ones. We kindly respect continued passion, sensitivity, and privacy as the family navigates this challenging period. You know what? I'm thinking eventually, I hope that this will be a learning experience for the people that put on pageants that they have to have some kind of barrier somehow or something there to highlight where the stage end. Because obviously if it was well known where the stage end, I can't see her going over there. But because everything possibly was all laid out, you have to use your mind's eye to know where it ends. And when you're on stage and overwhelmed by so much people around, and you're trying to put your best foot forward, in Gabrielle's case, her best foot going forward was not good enough. Let's put our hands on heart and prayers together and hope for the best for Gabrielle. I'm telling you, this is going to be a very traumatic and challenging time for her. Because imagine you're competing for something and due to an incident like this, not only disappointing yourself, but you end up being hurt. Can't be a good feeling. So let's keep her in our prayers. So, the legendary athlete Usain Bolt is going through yet another traumatic incident because a pre-dawn fire caused extensive damage to Usain Bolt's tracks and record restaurant and bar on Jimmy Cliff Boulevard early Saturday, with fire investigators probing the cause after flames tore through the building upper floor. Acting Superintendent O'Neill Kerr, the Jamaica Fire Brigade's lead investigator for St. James, said the Montego Bay Fire Station received the alarm at 1:48 a.m. and arrived to find fire coming from the roof of the popular two-story eatery at St. James Place. Upon arrival, the team observed fire coming from the roof of Traxon Record, Kerr confirms. They immediately got into operation, and within a few minutes the situation was brought under control. Fire investigators spent the morning sifting through debris and taking statements from staff who were on the lower level when the alarm was raised. The restaurant was closed at the time and no guests were inside. That's a good thing. The fire was confined to the upper floors, which hold the dining area, bar, restaurant, and an office space, he explains. Kerr said early observation indicates significant damage to the property, but as it relates to getting the property owners to do their evaluation of the items they had stored, that will determine the full cost eventually. Based on observation, the extent appears to be significant. There were claims that the fire started shortly after power was restored to the restaurant, but Kerr cautioned that investigators will not rely on speculations at this time. We listen to all the arguments out there, but we base our hypothesis on empirical data, he said. Whatever we have heard, we note it, but we are solely depending on the scientific evidence that exists on the scene. At this point, it is an active investigation, so we cannot speak to probable cause right now. Kerr also used the incident to warn Jamaicans, many still reconnecting after Hurricane Melissa, to ensure their electrical systems are safe before fully restoring power. Not only that, I would personally say, listen to me, make sure to pull down all on the breaker boxes and all of those stuff. And when the current come back, you check and make sure that everything in your facility, whether your home, your business, or whatever, is okay. If you even have to get an electrician to check it and just make sure everything is up and up. Because when the main power come on and your breaker is on, that great surge of power is going to come and hit straight to your power source. And if you have things plug in and so on, you're going to have problems. Trust me, I'm talking from experience. You have to make sure your breaker off when the power is being started out to come on back. Then you take time and check and get your own on, because in some cases it could cause fire, and in other cases you might just get the appliances destroyed. Trust me, I'm talking definitely from experience with that one. However, there could be moisture at connectivity according to the fire officer, and there are points that need to be checked. Loose connections or challenges on service lines going to our premises. Homeowners should have a certified electrician inspect their homes or business to ensure they are ready to receive power seats. That's what I was trying to say before. He also encouraged the use of surge protectors to prevent future losses. It is important to protect your asset. Surge protectors are recommended and many persons already have them installed. This is the time to ensure your appliances are safeguarded, Kerr added. And let me tell you something about surge protectors. It's not every surge protector, because it says surge protector, is really surge protecting your appliances. That is something that you really need to check on. There are some surge protectors there that offer just a little if you like go and come back, no mean anything. And you need to check. I'm not an electrician, but I'm going to tell you this from experience. You need to make sure that the surge protector you buy, you don't only take it up because it's a surge protector and use it. You make sure it's a surge protector that have the capacity to safeguard your appliance at the level of energy that it carries. Because if the surge protector is light, and of course the things plug in and work, but it is not strong enough to equal to the kind of power the appliance that you are trying to protect, and it can cover it, you're in for problems same way. Trust me, I've learned this one. So you just like how you have surge protector with certain level of capacity that can protect your fridge. You have another one that is powerful even more than the one that protect your regular appliances. But it is best you spend the money if you value your appliances or equipment, and just get the proper surge protector with the capacity to save your appliances. You understand? Anybody in the comment section that understand it in their electrical terms, they can comment. Can remember we learn from each other. But sometimes some things you have to experience it to understand that is not every surge protector what you plug into is really protecting that appliance that it is plugged into. You have to match the power what is going on and get something that match covering your appliances. I'm just saying. Anyway, guys, at this time we have to be so vigilant and so mindful of what is going on around us, and remember the victims of Hurricane Melissa. They're still feeling it, and it's going to take years for everything to even be some resemblance of normal. And they still need your help. And we still, anything we can share, we share it. No matter how small it is, but do the best you can. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.